when different cultures and different beliefs talk about this issue, they are really saying the same thing, but in their own way. Like the Christian people say, "Oh, you devil, you are such a liar. I'm turning my back on the world," you know. And the Rastafaris say, "Oh, we Babylon, you are so wicked, and you shall fall." And the modern man is saying, "This matrix is keeping me prisoner. I'm finding a solution for this." You know. Now, this issue of matrix, I wouldn't say it's a person or a group of people. I would say matrix as a system and programs that was put in place in order for you to live in your low nature and never rise. Now, programs like fear, lust, hate. Now, anybody that lives in this system, guys, is bound to have or live with negative energy. Now, these people, since they live in this negative energy, you know, and misery needs company, they're gonna want you to absorb their feeling. But let me tell you something, it's up to you. So reject this frequency and programs. Now, let me show you this story that happened a while ago. I was working with this woman. Yeah, I would see her many times, and she looked miserable, really. But it's still, I talked to her friendly. And one day, we were talking, and we were talking about tennis. And then this Serena Williams issue came up. And she looks at me in the eye, and she says, she has heard this journalist say, Serena Williams looks like a monkey. Now, she sees me later, and she comes and says, "Are you all right?" When she saw, now what she said did not affect me. She was so ashamed, as like she was looking for a place to hide. Guys, today I want to talk about negativity brings failure, how to stop absorbing people's negative energy, yo. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Alula, and welcome to Awaken the Ego, another video for Awaken the Ego. And guys, today I want to talk about how to stop absorbing people's negative energy. Do you realize every time you feel good within yourself, there is an energy or somebody that is looking to sabotage your frequency? Though, as they say, misery needs company. Those people that live with the negative energy are looking to you to observe the misery. And let me tell you something. There is a way to stop observing this. Now, when people talk about the Matrix, they usually talk about it as if as a person or group of people at the top of the pyramid. Now, that may be so. I'm 100% sure there are people who use these negative programs for their advancement. But the best way I can explain the world or the Matrix to you guys, these things are systems and programs that are designed to keep you in your low nature so that you can never rise. Now, the best way this matrix gets you, or the people who live within this feeling gets you to observe the energy, is by working on your ego. Now, the bigger your ego, guys, or the more you lead with your ego, the more you're likely to be triggered. And the more you triggered means the more you observe this negative energy. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I was going through, my ego death, on this journey of awakening, let me tell you something. It was one of the most painful things I've ever experienced. And it's also one of the most liberating things after it's all done. Now, I wouldn't say you should never have an ego. I would say you should keep your ego in check, meaning that it should never take the center stage of your life. Why? Because ego's number one job, guys, is to keep you safe. Therefore, if you live with ego, you are most likely to live in fear. Do you realize, guys, everything that is going on in this matrix is about fear? If you look at the news, as fear and fear and fear. Now, the more you commit to having ego death, guys, the more this fear lives. And let me tell you something. If you tackle this fear, guys, you can do it all. The best way to stop absorbing negative energy, guys, is to realize that that is not your energy to begin with. You know, do you realize you come around some people, all of a sudden, you begin to feel weird. You begin to feel funny. Why is it so? Because you are feeling the frequency. Now, when you feel this negative frequency, when you say to yourself, you know, that is not even your energy, then that will help you to stop observing it. You know. Now, let's use lust as an example. Like I shared before, this matrix, guys, the biggest weapon is fear. Now, it's followed by lust. That's why sexual images are everywhere. Now, when this lust frequency penetrates your consciousness, you begin to feel needy. You begin to feel as if something is missing in your life. You begin to feel incomplete. You begin to feel as if you need a female energy next to you, even though it's natural to go to one female company. You shouldn't need it. Now, if you continue to live at a large frequency, guys, now this will make you observe this energies. Now here comes fear. Here comes people pleasing. Here comes doing things that is less than you. And it wasn't even your energy to begin with. You are a child of God. You are a pure soul. But this matrix pause a large frequency in your consciousness. Now, the answer for this, guys, is to continuously maintain your high vibration. In fact, I had made it, guys, my tradition to I have system in place that I do every day in order for me to keep vibrating high. The thing about vibrating high most of the times is like people who have negative energy cannot be around you. Even if they're around you, then your positive energy overrides their negative energy. They even begin to feel good within themselves. If they can't do that, then the only option they have, guys, is to flee from you. And that is how you stop absorbing negative energy. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.